Hello everyone, my name is Perrin and I'm one of the account managers here at ONGC Systems. And I just want to spend a minute of your time explaining why password managers are getting so much attention right now and why we here at ONGC not only advocate for password management, but advocate for Keeper as the password manager of choice. Now, the reality is most cyber breaches today don't always start with just hacking. They start with stolen or reused usernames and passwords. And we've seen industry data consistently showing that compromised credentials are now the #1 cause of cyber breaches, because once an attacker has a valid login, they can walk right into your infrastructure. At the same time, people are also managing more passwords than ever before across emails, cloud apps, banking systems, suppliers, and internal platforms. Now that leads to password reuse or passwords being stored in an insecure way, which dramatically can increase the risks. We're often seeing a lot of our clients use passwords or store passwords in very rudimentary forms, such as on Excel spreadsheets, or worse, on sticky notes in their office in plain view of everyone. So this is where a password manager can make a real difference. It securely stores credentials in an encrypted vault, generates strong, unique passwords, and removes that burden from users needing to remember or manage passwords themselves. So Keeper is a solution that we trust because it's built around a zero-knowledge security model. That basically means that everything is encrypted end to end. Even Keeper can't see your data. It also integrates seamlessly within Microsoft Entra and supports modern security methods like multi-factor authenticator and passkeys, and gives businesses strong control without making life harder for staff. From our perspective, Keeper is one of those tools that delivers practical, measurable risk reduction without disrupting your day-to-day work. So here we are, brand new day at ONGC Systems. My device is up, raring and ready to go. And I'm just going to give you a brief overview of how Keeper works in the web plugin. I'll show you how it's used to quickly access a web page that requires a login. And I'll also show you the user interface part of Keeper if you were to transition to a previous password manager to Keeper itself. Here we are. I'm logged into UMart, or I'm on the UMart website. I'm going to procure myself some hardware. What would usually be a tedious task of trying to find what Excel spreadsheet has these passwords or where the sticky note is that I put my username and password, all I have to do is click sign in. Now the plugin is just there for me, and it can have 4 different, or it will match any username and password used for that website. So I just go down to the one that I'd like to use, click that, fill record, it's all there, raring and ready to go. If there ever was an instance where that is too much, there is an option within the Keeper drop-down menu that allows an autofill. So the second that you're using a credential or username for that website and you don't require access to other credentials or usernames for that website, you can click the autofill. So then every time you go onto this website or go onto a section that requires the login, it will automatically fill that for you. It will also automatically refill any TOTP key requests, which is the key that is usually generated every 30 to 60 seconds. All you need to do is, when you're creating your account, screen cap the QR code provided to you by the website, paste that into Keeper, and it will generate that key for you every 30 seconds. Now you might be asking yourself, what does Keeper look like as the plugin? Well, here it is on my screen. So essentially, this is the full user interface for the Keeper password management system. And within here, it gives me access to search for all the credentials that I use across websites and applications, but it also allows me to edit those passwords as well, just in case. One question you might be saying to yourself is, but if I currently use a password management system and choose to transition to Keeper, what happens to the passwords that I have saved in my current password manager? Well, most password managers do allow for the import and export of all prior username credentials and passwords created, including TOTP keys. So all you need to do is, when you use Keeper, go into the drop-down menu near your name and click Settings. From here, we'd click Import. From your browser, you can obviously, if the prior password manager is still installed, you can download it from that, or we go use another source. In this case, we'd use another source. From here, we can select the source of the previous password manager. In this instance, we'll say Passportal. And when we've done the export, it will usually export it into an Excel sheet. And here we can drop that file straight into here. Keeper will review and edit, give you the summary, and then it will supply and input all that data that was previously used within your prior password manager straight into Keeper ready to use. All that would need to happen is you then need to go to each of those websites to allow for Keeper to understand where they're located. And then, much like we did with the UMART one, when you saw me log in, click that little Keeper icon and then select your credentials and then tick whether you want that password or credentials put in as an autofill. So there is your brief overview to the Keeper password management system, and why don't we choose that here at ONGC Systems. If this is something you're interested in seeking, please reach out to your account manager. Not only do we have access to procuring this for your business, but when you procure it for your business, it also gives you a free personal use license as well. So not only can you use it within your business for your business applications, you can then take that home and use it for all the other recreational things, whether it's YouTube or Facebook and the like. Obviously, this is a very brief overview. If there is that instance that you did want ONGC to help you use Keeper, we do that, and we also offer training sessions for our clients as well. Thank you very much. I hope you choose Keeper and choose ONGC. Bye-bye.